Hello and welcome to Learn Dota 2 League Season, not 10, it's actually 12.
That's 12.
Yeah, I'm Anani1200, with me here today are Randy and Ocelot. Today we're going to be watching a hell of a Dota game.
Yeah, sure will be.
It's gonna be one hell of a match.
On Radiant, we've got the Rosh Ryders, captained by PVC Pipe. On the Dire, we have the team we're going to refer to as the Dire in lieu of their very long name, or occasionally Twisted Fantasy, captained by Luth. They won the coin flip, they got the second pick, or the first pick. They got a pick. First ban is Techies.
They will definitely pick a hero in this.
Interesting Rubik ban.
Yeah, Rubik ban, what does a Rubik ban mean to you?
To me, that means they got some big channel ultimate, something like, say, Sand King, Enigma, maybe even along the lines of Phoenix, if they're feeling it. Something very settable, but not forgettable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Rubik really preys hard on those channel ults because they're really easy for him to interrupt and to steal. So, he's in a great position for that. We also got old Ursa down, so if you're a big fan of Ipka...
By the way, it could also mean a Magnus, because Rubik is like the classic Magnus counter right now. Well,
I mean, if that's the case, that means Ursa's an interesting ban, because Ursa's good at killing Magnus.
That's true, because Rubik can just insta-lift Magnus out of the horn toss.
We got Silencer down as the first pick. It's a very, very confident first pick. You know, old Silencer. Usually he's more of a reactive sort of thing, but...
Well, that's just the thing. That's the beauty of Silencer. He can play in almost any position, really, and because of that, it's hard to predict what he's being picked for.
Right. Pooch. Got a first pick Pudge on,
or Rubik
the
was
Rush
just,
Rider.
for Pudge.
Yeah, it could be. You definitely... It's the one thing you definitely never want to see is Rubik, who's good at hooks, picking up hooks, because your team... I don't care what your situation is. Your team is not going to be ready for that when that hits you.
5 seconds remaining.
If you do get hit by the hook and you are ready, the best you can hope for is you don't get liquefied immediately.
Speaking of liquefied, we got Jakiro with his liquid fire. Ha ha ha.
Topical.
Pudge and Jakiro, it's a mean combination. Dismember when you're standing on top of a Macropyre does a hell of a lot of damage, and then you're still going to be really slow when you're stepping off of it, so...
Yeah, those two alone combo kind of hard. Their only real counter is if they get a hero on the enemy team who's good at shutting multiple people down.
Or a
Silencer, unfortunately, kind of counts.
Yeah, Silencer is quick on the draw with his ult, then he can really make that turn into pain for them really quick. Lifestealer, ooh!
That feels like a knee-jerk counterpick to the Pudge, man.
That does, but you know what? It's ballsy. I like it. I like it. They're gonna be really hard pressed to do anything about Lifestealer with these two guys so far. Ban on Razor, by the way, which is probably for Lifestealer specifically, more or less.
Right.
Razor and Lifestealer are a very complicated relationship in that they kind of more or less counter each other.
Yeah, it's definitely strange.
I believe we're also formally live, so hello everybody on the Twitch side of things.
Indeed.
Hello.
You know, I was not expecting an Ember Spirit ban, but I can see why.
Yeah. For those
Hero
of you,
has the ability to just zip out of any CC you've got thrown out.
Right. For those of you who are just joining us here, just a casual reminder as to what this league is. Learn Dota 2 League. It's for basically up-and-coming players. It's for both sort of players who are learning how to play Dota in a literal sense, and players who are learning how to play Dota in prep for a competitive play. There's a Slark ban for you. Slark's pretty much always a good guy to ban, so no issue there for me. Slark is one of those heroes, it's like, if you don't want to build around the idea that Slark might show up on the enemy team, he's never a bad idea to ban, you know? He's got a lot of annoying stuff that's really hard to deal with. Earthshaker goes down.
It's a telltale sign that they got someone on the team that likes to run free or runs with a big crew.
Right.
Yep.
Could be a Terrorblade, could be a Phantom Lancer. Terrorblade's popular right now.
You never know, it could even be a Nature's Prophet. Very often, seldom seen these days.
Could be Prophet, could be Brood.
Nagasiren.
Nagasiren, yeah, it's another one. There's another team in this league named Nagas with Attitude, so she clearly has presence here. The next level play
Was banning Drow Ranger, apparently.
It sure was. Blaming Drow.
I feel like there's a story behind that. Maybe it was a misclick.
Maybe. That or, I mean, if we're being a little bit more strategic here, Drow could be a counter to a lot of heroes that sort of are more about walking into the fight than making big sort of mobile plays to get there. You know, guys who just kind of casually stroll in. So, basically, in other words, Laka, Matong, Normaline, that's off the board now.
You know, we just got this strange combination of hero bans currently, where it feels like they're almost knee-jerk counters what I want to pick directly, kind of. I mean, normally that would be the way to go, but the smart thing to do is to try and ban combinations of heroes that work together.
Right. Got some time here on this next pick. It is a big pick.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Going to very briefly tab out real quick. Hopefully that does not ruin anything. Just checking OBS.
Legion Commander, alright.
We got LC here.
Legion, good against Life Stealer, okay against Silencer.
Yeah, Legion Commander here, she's gonna have a bit of a tough time, potentially, depending on what Dire picks next, because Legion Commander is a hero that is, well, to be blunt, she's counterable.
5 seconds.
You can draft a team to deal with her. Draft a response, and I think there is some value in that as well. You're forcing Dark Willow here, you're forcing Dire to Twisted Fantasy to sort of think about, are we going to pick to do something about that LC? Because you can't let her run away. You know, you can't let her just go crazy. And she has easy pickings in Silencer. Life Stealer too, she can get in the right position.
Myself, I find that Legion Commander is easiest countered by a consistent team comp who, while not terribly inclined towards hard right clicks and like big carries, the way to go about it is to have someone who can more consistently deal with, oh, that's a good pick.
Got
Marv.
big Marv here.
Pretty classic pick.
A bit of a tragic counterplay against Jakiro there. That might backfire on him at some point, but we'll have to see. As I was saying, though, Legion Commander, good way to counter her is just have less CC and more just heroes who can generally deal with her. In this case, it's evasion, things like high armor passives, or otherwise forms of passive nullification. I mean, one hero she basically cannot fight on her own and win is Abaddon, for example.
Right, Abaddon is a nasty counter to Legion, because not only can she not duel him, she also can't really duel anybody if he's around, because he has a Fodigasm, Mystic Oil, and he can walk up and deal with her.
Especially a good point to the LC counterpick theory is that another problem LCs have is sheer target abundance. If she is in a group of enemies and she has to pick one to fight, especially if there's illusions around, it can make it really hard to find a real target or otherwise a preferable target.
So I think Lion is actually a good pick against LC here because it kind of forces him to be the dual target. Because if you don't duel Lion, he has a lot of ways to mess with your duel.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just you have to duel him. Like,
and even is less of a threat than his other abilities, but the Hex even alone is enough to completely ruin a duel.
Even if you do duel him, you still have to be cautious about where you duel him. Oh, Pangolier.
I like this pick. Pangolier is an interesting hero. Great mobility. He was extremely powerful a couple patches ago. I love his playstyle. Very flashy, extremely high-end when it comes to the skill factor. My only real problem I find with his current team comp is he doesn't have a lot of leeway in the method of actually comboing with them. He can mess them up with Pudge, maybe Jakiro. Kind of LC. I don't see what his role is at the moment without a complete team to work with, though. I'm kind of at a loss for words.
He does stick out a bit. I think the big thing that they're thinking about with the Pango pick is they're wanting to use his passive and his, by extension, his Q, of course. Maybe even really his full kit in the duels, which is a nasty thing to have happen to you. You do not want that huge armor break when you're already fighting LC.
Yeah.
I've never seen this matchup, so I don't know if he bounces off Mars Arena or not. I'm assuming he does.
He's magic immune. If you're magic immune, you pass right through.
Alright, so that also is pretty good counterplay to Mars Arena.
I
Yeah,
said
fun
this
fact,
before.
that arena is not actually a physical barrier. It is only a knockback barrier, so if you were to be pushed through it, you can. However, rather strangely, you can also be knocked over it. So if there's like a knock-up effect that then pushes you to the side,
Yeah, like a
you can be
like an
like
Ursula or something.
you can literally be pushed over it or through it. It's weird, but it works.
Right. I actually kind of
Ursula
like
can
how that goes.
bruise you.
My one wish in this world is I really wish Pangolier could bounce off the shield guys inside the Mars arena.
That would be a crazy ice frog, my man. I know you're listening. Please make it so.
And you just gradually start bouncing faster and faster until you're just speedballing into the arena.
You know, this isn't a perfect world for me, but if Dota had like crazy ult combos like that with other heroes' abilities, just set up some ridiculous anime level BS, that would be completely okay with me. It adds to the wonderful ridiculous factor this game just radiates.
There's some
Sniper
interesting
ban.
bans in this round. Viper and Sniper tells me that they're going to have perhaps a more vulnerable mid. You know, more late game focused sort of mid who's not going to be so strong in lane phase. Because if you wanna melt somebody in lane, those are two big rough guys to go to ask to get it done.
You know, you think about it, in the ban between Viper and Sniper, Viper loses the most because Sniper just becomes Snip and Viper is just V.
That's true.
That's true. They got a lot to lose between each other.
So I think to expand on my earlier point, the best way to counter a Legion lineup is make any target a bad dual target. I think Dyer's done an okay job of that so far.
Yeah, yeah.
No matter who you duel, you're gonna get messed up if it's not a complete pick.
Right.
Indeed.
She definitely has the ability to mess with Silencer and Lion easily, but the problem is, she has the ability to mess with Silencer and Lion easily if she's alone. Even the Lifestealer Shard. Oh, here we go, last pick. Monkey King.
Monkey King.
Yeah, that is a good counterplay option towards LC, and with Mars's Arena and the Monkey King ult. Ooh!
See what I mean? Any target is a bad dual target on that
Yep,
team.
there's a Naga. You know what? I can definitely see Naga with the setup for Pango and LC. That is, that's a little scary.
She also has a very valuable ability that you do not generally see with Legion Commander, which is she has the ability to bail Legion Commander out if the duel's going south.
Yep, and bail her team out of Mars Arena.
Yep.
So, I'd just like to elaborate on one thing I'd like to drop a little off topic here. The funniest Pangolier play I've ever seen was in some random game, just watching it when I was bored eating lunch. Spectate a match. Pangolier with a Grimstroke and an Abaddon on his team. He hits his ult, Grimstroke throws up the Inkswell and gets buried over the Photic Shield. Flies straight in, just this giant bowling ball of death, hits the entire enemy team and blows him up.
The only way that could have been better is if he had a Tusk and he started out by going into the snowball.
Let's hope we see a
do that
in this game.
Can you do that, I wonder? Oh, we gotta find that out later.
So it's a weird interaction. You would not see it much.
It's still cool. I like Pudge's Fu Manchu.
He does have a
No
pretty cool
topic other than that.
mustache. Unfortunately, he has his intestines open. Everybody can see him, but you know.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's very
girl,
sad.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with intestines. You don't really need them if you think about it.
Chat, don't listen to him. He's crazy.
It's gonna be an
Please.
interesting game, actually. Both lineups kind of play well into each other.
Right. It's definitely an interesting draft, and it's gonna be a very visually appealing draft. So this is gonna be a fun one to watch, kids. You're in for a treat here.
I do see some really harsh counter picks for that Marza between Naga, Pango, Jakiro, and even Pudge.
Right. It's gonna be a matter of can they turn theory into practice, basically. It's going to be a lot of execution writing on both Radiant and Dire here. It's really going to come down to who has the better ability to sort of keep things running naturally during fights. Who has the better ability to sort of, you know, make the call, use their skills in the right way. It's going to be interesting to see these lanes as well. These are going to be some very unconventional lanes. And Iceman will be signing autographs out front, so if you want a personalized autograph from the Iceman, who I've heard has been flamed in more languages than anybody else has recently on NA servers, then you can go right out front, right outside of the arena that we're definitely broadcasting in,
Yeah.
and he'll be there. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll even get a T-shirt. I watched Iceman, and Silencer's about to watch some pain. Found a ward at least. Good hook on Pudge.
30 seconds to battle.
Maybe Silencer is expecting a level 1 rot? Who knows, but
Potentially,
Silencer did not get the good end of that. He does not have a salve. Is he calling one now? Yeah, he's having a call in a salve. That is not a way people want to start the lane. We got some pings happening in various places in the map. Got some very... Radiant's being very aggressive over here in the triangle.
yeah.
Not gonna once this rune, dude. She's not gonna take no for an answer. Unfortunately, she had to take no for an answer.
Spear plays too dangerous.
And now we wait.
Yep.
This is a good time to check out our lanes. We got Silencer and Lifestealer up top. This is a very big attrition war lane. They got a lot of right-click damage.
Oh,
Alright.
Okay. That explains it.
420. Got a lot of right-click a lot of right-click damage. And they're not going to be able to do much in terms of burst, but it's going to be a hard task to just stand up to the assault, basically.
Right.
Down here bot, we have Lion and Mars. They appear to be against Jakiro, who is having himself a little bit of adventure. Okay, Jakiro and Naga, and that reminds me, Radiant, who's up top now, Legion Commander and Pudge. Ooh, that's pretty nasty.
Yep.
Our mid matchup is Pangolier versus Monkey King. That's a very unconventional mid matchup.
Well, if you look at it this way, Pangolier, well, he lacks the straight reach and potential right-click steroid that our good friend Monkey King over here has got. He does have the most reliable method of escape from Monkey King's attacks. His Q, not to mention his W, are absolutely hard to deal with, and I don't honestly believe Monkey King can get a kill on Pangolier if he knows what he's doing. If he wants to get away from him, it's just 1 or 2 buttons, he's gone.
Right. I mean, you could always have a moment where you have that like 1 second lapse and it's enough to bring disaster, but yeah, I definitely see what you mean here. It's gonna be hard for either of these guys to kill each other very effectively, especially. It's gonna be a very safe med.
Though I do see one problem between Monkey King and Pangolier. Pangolier wants to use his Q to harass, let alone try and get an escape, and he's going to end up damaging those creeps and thus pushing his own tower. And I feel like this is a losing battle if Pangolier is trying to get a little overconfident.
Right. One thing in particular is at 6 as well, Pangolier definitely is going to be able to mess Monkey King up, I think, to a big degree when he hits 6. Oh, he's getting kind of low, actually. Both HP and mana. Might be something to watch here.
Pangolier does indeed actually have a bit of a problem on his own, where he can't consistently deal with his own mana issues until he gets maybe 1 or 2 restorative items. Like a bottle will keep him alive in lane, give him some of that trademarked ability to, you know, spam.
Right.
But I don't really foresee a method in an early item choice that would allow him to effectively outrange Monkey King. He's being pressured very hard to his tower range.
Getting a little bullied up here.
Yeah, speaking of pressure very hard, Silencer is, so far, he's the guy taking the most heat at top. Pudge and Legion Commander are not making things easier for him. Maybe their thought is, and I think this wouldn't be a bad thought, you get rid of Silencer and Lifestealer's easy pickings. He's either going to die or have to get pushed back. Which I think I would agree with generally. Speaking of attrition warfare and a lot of damage without that much burst, bot lane down here is able to do a lot of damage to you over a long period of time. Oh.
Naga's just tanking the tower shots with their illusions to pressure.
Smart choice, but at the same time,
Pudge went a bit of a bridge too far there. Kind of lost a lot of HP there.
I'm kind of wondering now. This is very early in the game to be, you know, thinking forward too far about it, but Pudge's aggression here. Oh, is he gonna get the courier? No, he's being smart about it.
Yeah.
Lifestealer saw it coming. Pudge gets to be slow for a minute. Oh, he does get this hook. This might be first blood? Nope.
Don't think
Nope.
so.
So-
Ooh, we got a bit of a trade here between Pangolier and Monkey King mid.
We sure do. But as predicted, neither one can really seal the deal on the other, so they're messing each other up. They're going to be constantly having to stay safe here. Some ganks here really would do a lot of work, I think.
Right, like a line rotation or something.
Right. Pangolier in a bit of trouble, but Monkey King has to back. He's going to be able to get his HP back, I think. Pudge gets the creep. Sad for him. In fairness,
LC and Monkey King are about neck and neck with their net worth. They are really tying in on that rush for farm.
Yep. And Mars is also high in contention for most last hits. He's been
He's a bit pressured, though, being up against his tower. Naga's illusions on top of, well, everything Jakiro does has been keeping them pretty well pushed back. But that's the trick with Mars. You have to keep him pressured or he gets a little too much strength in that early game. He'll turn it right around on
Doing
you.
a lot of damage. This might be first blood? Nope.
Ooh.
Alright,
Jakiro's getting very
close.
aggressive with Mars.
also has some fun at top lane. Lifestealer is being very flagrant. Lifestealer does not care about these guys down here. He's thinking, I can just sit here, I can sustain with myself, my passes, I'm gonna be A-okay. He also, let's see, does not have the XP advantage, even though support's been out. Unfortunate. Figured he might. He is
Lion's
starting to get
maxing his mana drain, and it is very effective at keeping both Jakiro and Naga with no ability to turn around and fight them with their own spells.
Right, it's a good play on Lion's part. That's two very highly mana dependent heroes, and while this level strategy probably would not be seen very often, it is definitely, for my money, the correct thing to do here.
Pudge will kill Lifestealer's career off here.
Finally got his heat back. And that I believe that was phase boots that just got ruined from that.
Right.
The contestant in mid, it looks like Pangolier is definitely suffering the effects of winning against Monkey King.
Yeah, he's a level down, and he's down for last hits as well. Not as bad as it looks for the last hits, but this might be it for him. He does not have
He's gonna
6.
get the Jingu sec.
Oh, the hate rune!
Yep. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he got the rune. He got the rune, but it was not enough. You see, this is what I mean when Monkey King is one of the more dangerous mid-heroes for the melee category to really take in there, and if you don't account for the fact that he has a tremendous melee auto-attack range, you will get destroyed.
Yeah, I think it's, and this is speaking to a degree with my own experience, so it's empiricism, which is flawed science, but it's easy to underestimate exactly how long Monkey King's attack hits you for. It goes a long way. If he gets a broom handle or something like that early on, or God forbid a penta, oh, he's a hard dude to
Hold here.
deal with.
And... oh no!
Just gets caught in that little lip.
As someone who loves to play Pangolier, I will tell you right now, that breaks my heart.
Yeah, you never want that to happen to you. Especially in a situation like that. Monkey King is kind of blessed that it turned out that way. Pango has an instant... oh, he had a haste rune too. Haste rune.
Yeah, like I said, he grabbed that haste rune to ride the room when he was trying to escape, but it didn't get it off in time.
Yeah, he had it bottled.
He's been a little overconfident with his harass on Monkey King here.
Ah, Pudge eats it. 2 int for life, or not Lifestealer. That would be a very strange man to be stealing int. 2 int for Silencer, and Legion Commander can't really do anything but send diplomatic protests. Naga Siren appears to have completely retreated from lane. She is jungling already. And Lion looks like he's not very willing to just let it happen unopposed.
That's almost to be expected. Lion's ability to outright deny her the ability to use her spells to defend herself in lane is pretty strong. In fact, she's getting a little strong already. Those levels she's getting from...
oh, here comes Monkey King.
Oh!
Lion doesn't have a level in Hex, though.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised he didn't use Boundless Strike to go for the stun there.
Precious bounty.
Still made her withdraw at the very least. She had to go to lane, which is a much more dangerous place for her, and she's already low on HP. And Mars is not going to let her hit the lane at all. He is going to put a stop to this best he can.
Cool.
Oh, he got a
Dual
duel.
Life Stealer.
Dual Life Stealer. Oh, barely gets it. That armor break, that shield crash on Pangolier. Uh-oh, but here comes Fudge.
Oh,
Monkey King.
Monkey King is not happy. He's got double
He's got
damage.
Yep.
Legion Commander really wants to get out of here. She's trying real hard to juke. Oh, Lion.
Good timing on the heal. Oh,
Not quite getting the
not
stun.
enough.
But doesn't matter.
Made that a big time investment. That's 2 big changes in that. 4 ent for Silencer and 10 dual damage for LC.
Yep.
And perhaps maybe biggest of all, a free kill on Life Stealer, who is now going mid to
You know
get
what
this
occurs
while
to me?
Panda's out.
This is just a little note that I picked up on in this, but both teams have 2 heroes with the potential to infinitely scale into the endgame. Lion stacking finger kills, Silencer's int on kill, LC's dual damage, Pudge's flat stacks.
This is
Yeah,
true.
that's true. This could be a long-running game, and if it is, it's actually still kind of hard to call who wins long. I think in a long game, I think I'd have to give the edge to Dire, but it would not be a very firm edge.
Yeah, LC scaling is way deadlier, but if it gets late enough, duels will become a non-reliable form of dealing with an enemy in a team fight. In fact, it could blow back instantly.
Under attack.
This match really does, I feel, hinge on LC's play.
I like that range creep that was standing at the mouth of the little jank or juke forest there. That was just specifically there to blue ball Pudge's hook.
The jank force.
It is kind of janky though. Everybody is kind of looking for trouble right now. We got a
Yeah.
big cause for fight here.
Hook lands.
Hook lands. This could be
think the
very
duel might
bad for
come out here.
Silencer. Is duel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
duel is
faster
here.
than him.
Ooh, ooh,
Oh, but here comes Lion.
Oh, crap!
LC doesn't lose a duel, but does lose some int for
She
troubles.
is fearless, but I don't know if it's enough to deal with Lifestealer.
Huge lion son.
LC does not care. She is going the distance. Oh no, dude.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
For want of no!
Oh.
Oh, that was
Yep.
a big nasty
That
explosion
happens.
there. Man, Lion there that
Wait.
whole fight was just wishing he was 6, I bet, but it still worked in the end.
While that was happening, they kind of went on Monkey King at mid lane. Almost killed him, didn't quite get him, and he was able
Yeah.
to heal back up from his Jingu.
And now we wait. I'm
Another
gonna
hit of the bong.
I'm gonna check chat while we're waiting here. Hopefully the stream doesn't explode. Shoutouts to our stream mod, Bigigi, who has provided us with our sole comments so far. That's okay. I'm sure more people are probably going to watch the VOD than live anyway, so you know how it goes.
Right.
Pangolier is back. G
So
and
if you're
G.
watching the VOD, hello from the past.
We're gonna take you back to the past. Luckily, this has not been the second line so far. You know, been a pretty good game,
Yeah.
I think. Some interesting jungle items here. Silencer is looking for trouble. He's got Mars smoked too. But they are not gonna find anybody. They're looking for Naga, and she is not home at the moment.
Yep.
In fact, I think Naga saw the smoke up here. I think that might have been on this ward. No, I don't think so, actually. I think he's a little too far off. Oh. 2 ships passing the night. No
They see each
engagement.
other there. They still
They're
see
calling
each
for
other.
engagement. Uh-oh.
Karina. She has a
This
song
is
available.
very bad.
Okay.
She has no song
Oh,
anymore.
She doesn't actually have a song available. I was wrong.
Monkey King wisely comes in playing Vanguard for what just happened, but he might pay for it. In fact, he's going to pay for it. 10 more dual damage to LC. Current total is 20.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pangolier wants that kill.
Yeah, they're hungry for Lion. I don't think they're going to be getting him. Double damage rune up top.
They don't have the mana to keep the chase up. They can just turn it around and kill him. Especially since Silencer's here in the lane now.
Pretty big.
It's very
Radiant's
interesting.
top tower is under
Both
attack.
Silencer and Legion Commander in the form of duels have been present for a lot of these kills. Pudge and Lion, not so much. I mean, Lion's fresh 6, so... this might be a bridge too far for Pangolier. Lion does have that ult. Is he gonna hit
Yeah,
it?
he does. He is gonna get
Oof.
Ooh! Wow. That's still brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. That is not what you want to have happen to you. No day that starts like that ends well.
Pudge just barely misses a hook there on the silencer. It happens.
Looking at
So
net worth chart.
she does have Song now, but she did not at the time when she was killed.
Looking at the net worth chart here, interestingly enough, even though Lifestealer wasn't doing all that great for last hits in lane, he has now ascended well to the top of the net worth chart. He's been, since he spilled once at top, he's been really playing smart about what battles he's there for and what battles he's not, and he's been taking some low-risk, high-reward farm. It's good on him. There's going to be a lot built on him this game, especially with that innate magic resistance ability. Mars is hungry. Mars is real hungry.
Oh, he's gonna get hooked out of his own arena.
Maybe Mars should have waited just a minute to
Wow, that is damage going on both
Monkey King
ends.
is taking so much damage right now.
Pangolier, no, don't go back in, man. Oh.
Pango just barely goes down. So does Monkey King, though.
Legion won the duel with Mars during that.
Sure did.
Jakiro got away by the skin of his teeth.
That's 30 duel damage. Come at me, says Jakiro. Wait, no, I gotta do an impression. Come at me! No, that's terrible. Sorry, everybody.
You're not getting hired as Jakiro's next voice actor.
Hey, if anybody can do a better Jakiro impersonation than me, please do it right now. If you're at home, then just talk out loud and do it, you know.
Scream into the void.
Especially if there's other people around. Naga and Lifestealer up here.
Ooh, he's
alone here. He's in no man's land.
I think he's gonna get away from this, actually.
Oh no! The last second
Bare
pop-up
edge.
40 duel damage in 15 minutes is not bad.
Yeah, he's starting to get real scary real fast.
They smoke immediately in the mid lane.
They might get somebody if they go in for this.
The thing about Legion Commander is that Legion Commander is a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Legion Commander can either fall off really hard or scale until infinity, until the sun burns out, and easily match any pause 1 pound for pound. And that really depends on how her early game goes. So far, her early game has been fantastic. Her early game has been dreamlike.
Just about to pick up Blink. There it is.
There it is, yeah.
Blink armlet.
And to
She
that
even got
end,
that broom handle, yeah, so she is doing very good.
And to that end, I think we're going to definitely see LC is going to be a problem through this game. There's not going to be the tragic part where it all ends. Jakiro really wants to get this tower, and he's willing to drop Macropire to try and push for it.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Legion
under
Commander
attack.
casually pings herself. Dyer takes the T1 down a bot, which
So they're
makes
also
the first tower of this
invading
game.
they're invading the Dire jungle here. They took one of their stacks with the Naga.
Nice.
And took the other camps with her as well.
Silencer shows up, denies this tower. Silencer also, you know, we're talking about LC doing pretty good so far, but Silencer is only 1 death, and he's got 14 in
Ooh,
already.
we got some smoke action over by the Roche pit going up towards the jungle up in Dire side.
Does not look like they're gonna be finding anybody. Naga always just seems to give Dyer the slip. She has this spidey sense for them, it feels like.
Oh, that's Radiant, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You know how it goes. Naga always has a spidey sense.
Oh, they're bumbling into something
Oh,
here.
Lion. She has Blink.
Oh, Lion is in. Oh, nice reaction speed on Lion.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Huge arena for Dyer here. Pudge
That
just
was
gets...
3, 4 ults, I think, for that one Pudge. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was worth it.
They were really expecting Radiant to charge right in there, but they hesitated a little bit. Pudge,
Yeah, speaking of, I
Wisely.
hate to say it, but I think Naga should have been there for that. They could have turned that around.
Right. Pudge, yeah, they dropped every ult for that. Pudge eats it, but he's the only one who does, and it's probably better for Radiant that it turned out like that. Probably better for the Rosh Ryders. Oh, here's Pudge. You know how it goes. Old PVC Pipe, the captain himself, ended up taking that. It was a good call. some anger coming down here on the players.
Blink's coming up on Pango as well fairly soon.
Big duel. Big duel with. Oh no! It's. Ooh! That was so close to escape for Mars. That was like the last tick of that duel.
She did not win, actually. Didn't get the damage.
Oh, she didn't? Oh, that's tragic for LC.
Bare minimum.
Still, a kill is a kill, no matter what.
Right.
And they're technically down for kills right now, so.
Yeah, they've dragged this. It was 6-2 at one point. Dragged it back a little bit.
Right. Looks like Dire is more than willing to try and defend this. They're really thinking about it. They're thinking, how are we gonna get in here? Should we get in here? Lifestealer very casually just walking up. Looks like we got a bit of a disbursement here. Radiant does not want to take this fight. It's hard to blame them. I wouldn't fight under team at this
around,
point.
actually.
Yeah, they're wrapping around hoping that Dire's going to try and make a move on them, but they're not going to find anything.
Yep.
They're just going to keep walking. Team Jungle versus Team Jungle.
There you go.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, they found Naga.
I think they really want that Naga.
They do, and it's hard to blame them.
Lion.
Alright, here we go. Kicking off the gank.
Uh-oh. She's going to be
She
silenced.
may be dead. Oh, dodge the spear.
Yep.
Oh, damn. Look who showed up.
LC is here, but that duel is going nowhere with the global silence. That was a great global silence on Silencer's part. Here comes the Monkey King ult.
Oh, no, dude.
Oh, Pango barely. Nope. Pango does not get away. He looked like he might for a second. Pudge is slow. Monkey King wants him. Nobody else seems to be that willing. Throws a desperation hook. Gets nothing for it.
Triple kill for Silencer.
And looks like CN for Jakiro
wow,
too.
they are
Ultra
paying for
kill
that. That
Silencer.
is a team wipe.
That
Holy
is
crap.
5 for 0.
5 for nothing. Silencer present for the entire thing. They didn't win the duel. 24 stolen in on Silencer. No trait. And baby, he doesn't even really have that much going on for him for items. That is not great for the Radiant. That is a pit for them. Wow, that was big. That was a great global silence, dude. Shoutouts to Alexa Jax, who I believe his avatar is Pudge. Or hers, can't be. Yeah. Oh, can't see it here. Shoutouts to Alexa Jax, who is on Silencer there. That was great. That was
thoroughly impressed.
Locked down the two main cores right where they needed to be.
right. Yeah, it was great on Dire's part in general. There was a lot of, you can tell there's definitely some chemistry here. Here's a little bit of an insider sort of scoop for you, right? In preparation for this game, we actually did watch the MF Doom versus Nagas with Latitude game leading up to this, and one comment I made about MF Doom that you're never going to see because we lost recording is I felt like MF Doom had some chemistry issues that they just didn't feel like they gelled quite as well as they should, which that's going to change over time, don't get me wrong, you know. That was a big observation I took for that, so there's your little Easter egg for you if you're on that team. But that was some real chemistry there. What Dire showed off in that fight, that was real chemistry. You could tell these guys are on that wavelength.
Just straight up duels the Lifestealer at bottom.
Does not get it, but might get
I
Lifestealer.
think the plan. Oh, he's getting away. I think the plan there was to straight up use the duel
They're
as a method
turning.
of holding him still. Oh my God, Pudge is gone. He's already dead.
Yeah, that was a duel as a stun for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a good idea. I'll give them that. It was a good concept. They really got close, and any kill you on Lifestealer you can get, especially at this point, is really good. You want to see that kill on Lifestealer, but it just did not pan out that way. Once again, you can really tell Dire on the same wavelength there. You know, Monkey King goes in, he starts positioning for Wukongs, and Lifestealer gets it just like that.
Bangalier's going in. Oh, they saw it coming.
He's hungry, dude. He's still going here. Yeah. Still brave. Got a duel on Monkey King.
No.
Oh, but oh man, she lost the duel. Lost it to Monkey King. Uh-oh.
Monkey King has 20 stamped up dual damage and 4 stacks of Jingu. He may come out of this alive. In fact, he will.
They tried to
No,
sell it.
actually.
Oh, Naga is mad! Holy hell!
Yeah, right now they don't really have a great response to the Naga Siren. Lifestealer just casually picking up the supports off screen, though. Naga
Ooh,
might be in
she's
a little bit
overextending.
of trouble here.
No song that was used during the last fight.
Yeah, does she have any real ability to
Oh,
evade this?
Rita.
Certainly not now.
I feel like that might not have been unnecessary, but
Get him?
yeah.
Yeah, probably wasn't necessary, but they've already had the fight
cool.
anyway, so you might as well, I guess. Just make it absolutely secure. Thinking about Rosh now, Silencer is calling, you know, let's do Rosh, everyone. It's like Mars is excited to do it. Lifesteal a little bit less so.
Roche is too loud and Silencer is done with it.
Lifestealer, by the way, is Luth, who is the captain of the Dire team. Pause 1 captain is not something you see all that often. I'd say probably second rarest behind 2. So shoutouts to Luth for taking the road less traveled.
Yeah, and being sponsored by himself.
Shoutouts to my game for crashing for a minute.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I have been disconnected entirely.
Oh, that's a shame.
Now everybody can see my friends list. No, everybody knows that my nickname for Randy is Huskar. I don't remember why I did that. I did that like 5 years ago.
Don't worry, I'll
Alright.
give you the radio broadcast of what's happening while you're gone.
No, I'm already back in. Sorry about that,
Oh, okay.
folks. Brief technical difficulty for those of you watching on the, well, either, I guess, because, you know, Twitch just saw my Dota screen and the other guys saw nothing. Or heard nothing.
Oh, Macro Pyre straight into the Roche pit.
Scanning.
Bit of obstruction of the Roche attempt here.
Yeah, Dire wants nothing to do with Roche when that Macropire's in that pit. Smart play. They're not. Radiant didn't even want to actually take a fight there because they're not really in great position for it. But Dire immediately assumed they were and started backing
Right.
immediately. But
It's just obstruction. They're gonna smoke.
yeah, maybe Dire sort of thought more about this. They're looking for another pick here.
They have the Pango in the arena.
Yep, Pangalier's
Naga
in the
dropped
arena.
their
He's just
ultimate.
Mega
completely
dead.
dead.
Pudge is rotting a little too early to make it effective, though. He ends up killing himself.
Yep, Pudge ends up doing more damage to himself than anybody else. The Wukongs and everything on the side really,
Oh boy.
that Song of the Siren over here did not end up panning out for the Radiant, I don't think.
Well, it started out Song of the Siren, ended up becoming Song of the Silent.
Yeah, it really did. Another good global silence on Silencer there. Clearly he has... Silencer has a good knack for this. I think Monkey King is definitely showing strength with the hero that he's picked here.
Duel's not lost. That's one thing.
That's true. They've only lost one duel so far, which on a game that's 10 to 25, only one duel loss is not a bad thing to have for you. I think this is definitely still in realistic, you know, potential reach for the
Might
Radiant.
find Pudge down here. He's
Lion's
just gonna
gonna
get
fall.
out of dodge.
Radiant's
Oh,
middle tower is
they see
Maybe
him.
not.
Oh, this man is already dead.
Oh,
Yep. Lion's got that shard, which is going to be pretty nasty. Let me give you a little bit of. Oh, hold on now. We got to get this chart back up. Dang, net worth chart.
Oh,
Lifestealer
shit.
at the top. Naga is closing on him though. She's passed up Monkey King, who was once well above her.
Dire's top tower
I think this is
under
definitely
attack.
still in reach for Radiant. So here's the thoughts, boys. What's the plans here? What's the plan if you're Radiant?
Okay, looking at Radiant's current setup, I honestly feel like they are behind on their ability to properly initiate a fight. They don't have a big setup outside of Naga, and she doesn't do any direct damage herself until her entire kit has been used. Her
Radiant's bottom
illusions are out in full force, the diffusal blade's been popped, and is holding someone down for her to just beat up. They don't have the option to do that between Mars and Monkey King is the problem, and Silencer has been very, very responsive with his ultimate when it needs to be used. I feel like their only solution here is to try and bite out another 10 minutes, whip up some farm, wait for Naga to get her full kit of items, and then try and rely on Pangolier to suddenly kick off a fight by blanket in middle.
Right. He does have the dagger for it. I would say as far as item kit goes, because I'm always a big item guy, right? As far as item kit goes, one thing that would do Radiant a big load of good here, though the problem is who would get it, Pudge I guess, would be a Gleipnir. The ability to just hold the Dire down for a minute, to give themselves the room to breathe, give themselves the room to think about things. Do a
Gonna
lot.
Oh, Silencer's gonna hit it!
Just go obliterate
Yes!
him.
They cannot do anything about Naga
Looks
here.
like that was unreal
Gotta-
again.
Got a song. Song does not last.
Oh,
Duel out on
He's
Monkey
being
King.
ripped apart!
Oh boy.
LC's gonna pay for it though.
the Naga's getting scary, I think.
Oh, the armlet toggle! Nope, not enough.
Comes very close, but not quite. Hero trying to
Just being
buy us
bullied.
time.
Oh,
Not
the
as scary as
multi-target,
Life Stealer, though.
multi-target mana drain. That might be enough. Oh, the blink dagger at the last second.
Yeah, that was really close.
Ooh.
Very
That
lucky
was an
for Mango.
honest. That was an honest ass beating on both sides of the teams.
They did
3
really
for
cool
3.
there.
I would say at this juncture, let's see what the fight recap shows us. Yeah, definitely. I was going to say it anyway. I would say at this juncture, 3 for 3 is favoring Radiant. I would say.
Yeah.
Perhaps that was just Dire.
Oh.
Dire trying a little too hard to press their territory advantage here, trying to buy themselves some space to push this T1 when, you know, maybe the simpler route would have been the better way to go.
Right.
Also, losing Silencer just like that was not great.
To be fair though, his ultimate right before death did lead up to a triple kill for their team.
Right, it was good. Still not somebody you want to casually see going down.
It's like LC
Which-
is looking at a Heaven Selbert here.
That sounds like I'm talking bad on Silencer there, but no, that was just good on Naga. She was smart in how she played that.
Oh, Pango ult again.
Casually for Silencer, they've really recognized the issue that Silencer
Oh,
presents.
dude,
And
He is
Obliterate
down
him
for
again.
45 seconds. His ult would have been ready in 10. They picked a great time to jump this man.
yeah, that's some good target prioritization on the Rosh Ryders. They are clearly understanding at this point, okay, Silencer is a huge problem. He's what Ocelot would call an X-Factor pick for their team, and he is coming in strong for them. If we want to have a realistic chance of victory in any fight, we got to get rid of him quick, and they are doing it. They are putting everything on the line to do it, and that's smart play at this juncture.
They're a little out of position though. They're still back in the enemy's jungle right now instead of over there in their own base getting ready.
It's true. Looks like Dire's going to take a T2 for free, but then
Ooh,
perhaps
Titan Sliver. We got a Titan Sliver over on Lifestealer. That could be a game changer.
That is big.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Looks like we're just having a little mutual push fest. Dire is looking in their own triangle, and they found Radiant.
Radiant's top
Thinking
tower
about
has
doing
fallen.
something about this.
There you go.
Nobody's really quite sure.
Dire's
Running at the
bottom
Mars a
tower
little
is
bit.
under attack.
Doesn't end up fully committing.
Ah, Lion
A
in
Lion
trouble.
here in a bad spot.
But oh, here comes the cavalry.
Naga
Another insteal.
conspicuously from this encounter.
Lifestealer's Aegis just popped, by the way. He just lost that advantage.
Dire's bottom tower.
I really had to wonder where Naga was during that exchange. She was over at her top tower just
Yeah.
standing around for a little bit
That's
there. That was not
super.
good.
She was thinking that that Dire was getting ready for a big push at their T2, trying to take a T2 for a T2, but they were not going with that strategy.
Oh
They
no,
were
they
hungry
found
for
Shakira
blood.
does not have a TP scroll.
Yeah.
He's using everything in his power to get away. It's not going to be enough.
Nope. He was just in the
Lifestealer's-
wrong part of town.
Lifestealer is looking at Ags here, actually. He just picked up
Ooh.
all the parts of it besides the point booster, which I assume he's going to get pretty soon.
Right, here's Lifestealer's Ags for those of you at home who, if you're on radio commentary, it lets you infest enemy heroes and disarm them.
Yep.
I
Very
like that
brutal
how he
ability.
just
Brutal
fully
against
picked it up.
Legion.
It's basically an Omni Slash.
I like that idea better on the pause 3 type of Lifestealer, but in a game like this, it certainly works well as well. Mars just picked up some spider legs. That's pretty good for a lot of these guys, actually. A lot of these
Yeah.
dudes could really use some more move speed, and that's got a good amount of
He's
it.
gonna poke tier 3 here.
Under attack.
Yeah, they're just checking to see if anyone's home. Radiant's a little slow to respond to this, notably Naga completely missing out right now. She's coming in, though. They want to
Oh,
try and turn
bingo.
this around. They want to try and punish them for
Maybe the
this.
offensive song, indeed.
But we have a defensive silence in response. LC just got infested.
Purged it. She purged the global silence with her illusions. I don't think it'll matter, though.
She is door nail dead. Second flat. Pango's down.
Oh.
Pudger's down.
God.
Pudge's
LC
impact
down.
in these games, Pudge's impact in this game and his fights has not been terribly great. It's unfortunate, but I feel like every enemy hero on this team is particularly good at dealing with Pudge in their own right.
Right.
Beat the Jakiro. This will be a pair of Rex.
Pudge was picked early, and I think that kind of backfired on them. They did not have, like, the enemy team had a lot of ability to shut Pudge up, and his impact on the game, you just couldn't do too much.
Not to mention the Lifestealer pick in and of itself is a counter pick as old as time.
Yep. I don't think it was bad play on Pudge's part. I think it was just the enemy team was good at countering him, and so they did. Speaking of the enemy team,
The
they are...
pure level of circumstantial ability to shut him down on their team that they just happen to have between each of them, completely shut out.
Yep.
Radiant's top tower.
The man has no impact right now.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Top barracks are falling down. Radiant's lost 2. Well, they should lose 2. Nope. Dire wants no more part of this. They do not want to keep this up with all the enemies up.
Radiant's middle tower
But
is
afraid of that
under
Naga
attack.
Siren ult, maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Naga
The-
can very easily turn a fight around for their team, as some of their ults are still down between Silencer and Mars. They don't have the ability to keep that fight composition going for very long.
Right, it's a very
Ooh.
notable Paladin slur for Mars. That could be great on Lifestealer, actually, even better than the sliver. The big thing for Dire is that Dire has a lot longer of a cooldown phase between fights than Radiant does. All of Radiant's ults are pretty quick to come back, but all of Dire's take quite a while. Having a Rosh attempt here. I don't think they got spotted. I don't think Radiant flies to this.
Yeah, it should be fairly incident-free.
Lifestealer appears to be charging valiantly towards a Abyssal Blade, which, boy, that sure is not something you want to be facing as LC.
Right.
So I just want to ask, there was a
Short
Paladin
was
sword
up
that
leads.
dropped for Mars, yes?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't believe anybody on Dire has actually taken it.
Lifestealer used the
Uh,
short from the Roshan.
As in, I don't believe anyone actually picked it up. I think he left it on the ground.
Oh no, this is Radiant's items. Oh, there we go. This is Dire's items. No, this still isn't Dire's items. Huh, it's not showing up. There we go. No, it's in the stash.
Up. Offensive
Naga
song.
singing
Okay.
in. Offensive song. Everybody's getting
All
in
5
position.
of them.
But Global Silence
So
immediately
there
follows.
is the combo.
Oh, God.
That combo is deadly. They need BKBs.
Monkey King smashing heads here.
They managed to push out Naga, and she's got a heart and a manta.
Radiant have
Ooh.
just lost 3 for that.
Yeah.
Budget's buying. He won't stand for this. Coming in for that T2 mid, they're thinking of trying to keep the thumb down by putting pressure as much lanes as possible instead of necessarily just trying to go for the objectives themselves, which in this case has not been doing bad for them.
Ooh, Naga making a bit of a dangerous misplay here. Pudge gets her out of there alive. But for how long?
Oh,
No, they want him, not her. They're looking for that dieback. Pudge down for 74 seconds. No hope for
no
returning.
balloons.
Kiro also in danger here.
Oh,
LC really wanted to do something about that. but just
woefully
couldn't.
out of position. Woefully out of position.
He's gonna beat the Rex down here.
Oh, looks like we have the last dramatic encounter between Naga and Lifestealer. Pangolier showing up, wants to make something of it, but Naga
Oh,
is
he does a lot of
completely out of
damage.
mana. Naga is done. She is done.
Oh! Monkey King getting a bash in on the Pangolier in the middle of his ult just stops him dead. Or not a bash, what was that? What held him still there?
Let's find out.
Open wounds.
Might have been Lifestealer.
Yeah, probably
He
open
has a
wounds.
basher.
Probably open wounds or the basher, or both. A combination of both would have been very effective there.
It'll just be the game, it seems.
Yep. Radiant is not willing to let this go so easily, but unfortunately for the Radiant, I do not believe, I don't believe they're going to be able to
They
turn
don't
this
have
around
trust
very
in the
much.
matter. Yeah.
And
that's
that
it, that's
is
the ball game.
Ancient.
Alrighty.
Hopefully
Big
this is a
victory.
sobering lesson for the reason of not picking a core or third priority hero as your first pick. Because if you want him to get his job as your surprise pick starter off, you really don't want to take him first. Not typically.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this is going to be VOD exclusive for a little bit here. Let's do some analysis while the second lobby sets up.
Oh, right.
So, Rosh Ryders, my beautiful Dark Willow twisted fantasy. It's all come down to this. Oh, we we had a question who was on Naga Siren. As I said, apologies. I couldn't really look at chat very much during that because of the whole delay thing and all that. Naga Siren is being played by a guy whose name I probably shouldn't say on stream. So there you go. That's the answer to that.
It's monetized.
You can see his avatar. It's the same in the server. I did not do a roll call in the first game. I'm waiting for game 2 to do that because we're gonna have more. I think the defined roles in the second round. So remember what everybody's doing here. So we go into the second lobby. For privacy's sake, I'm going to briefly turn off the video capture. Ding! So you are not able to infiltrate this lobby if you for some reason want to.
Yeah.
Is it not refreshed? Okay, there we go. Alright, second lobby is up.
It is indeed.
And Ricker Imig F is decided that he is going to be broadcasting with us on the second round.
Wow. What a guy.
So, while we have this brief downtime, I guess probably next time we should do this, or we do this, should get a proper BRB or just placeholder image. But you know, this is our first stream and all that. It's our first stream back in a long time, so you know, for today you get to look at the black screen. But at the very least, you get to hear our fantastic commentary.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, shoutouts to Gotham G Rock. I don't know if he's still here, but he popped in for a minute, so. Oh, he is still here. Shoutouts to Gotham G Rock, or at least he was when I said this. It's going to be 2 minutes from now, and a lot can change in that sort of time.
It's true.
So analysis. What are we thinking analysis-wise, folks?
I think the Legion pick worked out like I kind of predicted it would work out at the beginning of the game. There wasn't really a good dual target, because whoever you dueled would have, you know, 4 other sources of counterplay immediately.
Right. She was early on in the game. She was real quick on the draw and making sure that the other team was just not consistently able to any significant degree to like intervene. Basically, they really had the ability, especially with the Pangolier ult. They were really good on using that Pangolier ult to buy space for the Naga ult to go underway.
Yep.
But eventually, apparently, Princess is a member of Team Secret. Shoutouts to Princess, who's a member of Team Secret for some reason.
Wow.
So, ultimately, though, Dire were able to, between their builds and their play, and I think it was especially on their play, they were able to start turning around a lot of those duels and start making it either, you know, Radiant has to drop the entire fight just to make sure LC doesn't lose the duel, which was not something Radiant wanted to be dealing with. Slot, your thoughts?
I've been waiting patiently for this moment, so I would just like to say that I am a person who loves to play Pudge when I get the chance.
Right.
Very, very decisive pick. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be where you need to be at all times, and you have to be able to do one of two things. Either get yourself to safety when it matters, or to bail someone else out.
Right.
Pudge's utility to do either of these things is severely hampered by the presence of at least 3 of the heroes in the enemy team, between Mars, LC, and rather tragically in his own case, Lifestealer. Because when you're going for hooks to try and make picks in the early game, even mid-game try to just remove an enemy or an ally from the fucking enemy team, you have to really remember Lifestealer is a factor. He could easily, on his own, shut down any attempt you have at making an impact.
Right.
Because, say hypothetically, you go to pull a teammate who's being dueled by LC to safety, but they end up running back anyway. You can't really stop them.
Right.
You could ult LC, but if Lifestealer is even remotely present in that LC,
he's gonna pop out,
Yeah.
and he's gonna go full lawnmower on you.
Lose
He's gonna
Right.
he's gonna pass over you like a lawnmower goes over a weed. You're gonna get shredded.
Right. Yeah, they really had a lot of counterplay on that Pudge pick, and I think Radiant was really focusing. They had a lot of focus on that Pudge. They had a lot to do if they were consistently landing hooks. And to the guy's credit, he was landing hooks. I don't think he played
Yeah.
Pudge bad by any significant margin. The problem is, he lands a hook. By the time the guy's there, silence. So
He hooked
Yep.
Mars out of his own arena a couple times.
he did.
Mars's
Yeah.
biggest Mars's biggest advantage over a chunk of the enemy team was that it denied their ability to freely access, like, how do I put this? There's a certain zone of influence a hero has with their own abilities, and Mars's ult is at this exact right size to keep most heroes from functioning optimally, unless you're a strange hero like Snapfire, to a degree Wind Ranger, someone who can really influence in a fight from a significant distance.
Or globally, yeah.
Right.
Yes, exactly. Not many heroes have such a interesting setups for their stuff, but the scariest element of Mars is how well it worked out with Monkey King.
You guys think I
Those
should?
two ults hit the floor, and it was